Each matchup of the playoffs had played 2 games so far, and this had been an amazing playoffs. Amazing playoffs. I couldn't be happier. We've been waiting a long time, and seeing playoff basketball makes me kind of look back at the regular season and think, how have I watched 82 games of all these teams playing? Because it don't hit the same. Playoff basketball is something different. The intensity, the crowd is just a different feel. But now that we got it, let's talk about how each team has been in the first 2 games. I am DJ Baller. Like, subscribe, join the community. We're going crazy during playoffs. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's start off with the best series. Warriors versus Kings. The first game, the Kings really just put their stomp on the Warriors. It was a close game in the stretch, but the Kings really had an answer for everything the Warriors put up. They were more physical. Their intensity was high. Their pace was crazy as always. And really, they showed the Warriors that they're not playing around. This inexperienced team has what it takes to topple off the Giants, the champions, and really, I don't see Golden State getting a win, especially after this second game because Lord Draymond is a fool. Draymond is a fool. Regardless of what Sabonis did, he got a tech for grabbing up the leg. But this man want to stomp on another person's stomach mid game when their team is down in the series, and he wants to after egg on the crowd. And really, there's a lot of uproar about all this, but at the end of the day, he did something stupid. He's supposed to be the leader of the team, but leaders don't can put their emotions aside when it's for the betterment of the team. And in that moment, he did not do that. You look at his history, this suspension is warranted because this man will keep doing this stuff. If you say he just get ejected, but he can play the next game, you don't think he gonna try something like this again? He did this back in the day, and still that lesson didn't teach him to not do something foolish again. So he did it again. He got another suspension, and you just gotta hope that he will learn from this because he's way too important to this Warriors team, especially with their backs against the wall, to be doing foolishness. So he's not gonna be there the next game. The Warriors are at home, which they're better at, but to me that don't matter because even if Fox hasn't having the craziest game like he did in game 2, and he still did good, they found out that they have someone that could not guard Steph, because no one really can guard Stephen Curry, but he gonna make it hard for him. He gonna make it hard for him to get the ball. He gonna make it hard for him to have these easy drives, and just Steph is gonna have to have a crazy performance in game 3 to get a win, and that possibly could happen. But I really see uh, Sacramento sweeping the Warriors, and it's kind of crazy to say, but I'm all up for it. But yeah, this series has been the best one to watch. The intensity has been crazy, and honestly, just the basketball play has just been something else, something else. Bon appetit. Clippers versus Suns. So this game has really been a tale of 2 games. The first game, the the Clippers really showed that they're down to grind out this series. Westbrook had an insane game. 3 from 19 from the field, and he had an insane game, but he did. Defensively, he was all over the place. Down the stretch, he showed his worth, and really, he is a big reason why they won in the end. And you love to see it. I'm not the biggest Westbrook fan, but still, you love to see someone that's highly regarded like that. Everyone talking he's a Hall of Famer, this and that. And the past 2 years he's had has been disappointed. So it's happy to see him have an effect, a positive effect on a playoff team. It's good to see. Kawhi is still wild, man. Kawhi is wild on both ends. It's just it. As a Raptors fan, I will always appreciate for what he did for us, and it's just crazy. I guess people, me included, forget how insane he is because in the regular season, at least in the past couple years, he's either had not played at the crazy high level he does in the playoffs, or he's hasn't been available. So to see him now in his element, carrying the team, it it's a beautiful watch. And they got that first game. The Suns, it's their main group is amazing, but then their bench wasn't picking it up. So that's why they lost the first game. But in the second game, their starters had to go absolutely wild, and their bench still was but the starters really backpacked them. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, man. Devin Booker's game two was impressive, and Chris Paul in the fourth quarter, he did Chris Paul things, and really the Clippers were playing well, but when the Suns are that good offensively, I feel like no team can beat them. So the Clippers didn't play bad. The Suns were just astonishingly good the second game. And that's going to carry over to this game tonight because, poor Kawhi is out. And this team really should, keyword should, have no chance against the Suns team without Kawhi. So I'm interested to see how it plays out. But I still got the Suns going through. But this has been an amazing series as well. The Knicks versus the Cavs, another tale of two games. Because really, the first game and the second game were completely different. Darius Garland wasn't really there in the first game, and the Knicks were good offensively. Josh Hart was amazing. Julius Randle had a good first half, and Brunson, after the foul trouble, he was amazing the second half, and they were able to comfortably win that game. Mobley also wasn't at the highest level, but this second game, man, Darius Garland said, "Nah, this was my team before Donovan came here. This was my team before Donovan came here." Donovan took a back seat, had an efficient game, but he wasn't needed to backpack like he tried to do in the first game because Darius Garland showed himself. And honestly, I love to see Darius Garland uh, go full force and try to take take onus on the game on the offensive side, because defensively we all know he's a liability. So in the offense, he needs to show himself, and he did. And I feel like that will continue. And this just made it a very interesting series. Karis LeVert had an amazing game, which he didn't have. None of the bench people had in the first game for Cleveland. And it's looking like an evenly matched up series. The Knicks aren't going to do as bad as they did this second game. They're going to make adjustments. And hopefully RJ Barrett plays less minutes because he has been very disappointed. But besides that, all I got is praise for both teams. Randall needs to pick it up a bit too, but all I got is praise for both teams. I hope this third game is closer game than the other two, but it's back and forth, back and forth. This is gonna be a tennis match. This is gonna be a ping pong game, and this is gonna go to 7. But I still got the Knicks going through. Lakers Memphis. What is up with this series? Ja goes out first game, and what's it called? The Lakers end up winning, kind of comfortably. It was the fourth quarter. They went on a big run and they won. Their secondary guys, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, insane games. I thought that was gonna carry on to game 2. No John Moran after he gets injured. Steven Adams still out. Brandon Clark still out. I thought it was a foregone conclusion that this was the Lakers series, and somehow they did not play well at all game 2. Anthony Davis didn't show up. All the secondary guys I just named didn't show up. Rui Hachimura, actually, my bad. He had 20 points. He had a very good game. Surprisingly, I thought he was the one that's going to drop off. But Austin Reeves, a bit inefficient. Wasn't like himself in the first game. And LeBron tried to backpack, and that wasn't going to have it with this Memphis team. They wanted their get back. They got their get back. Got one win at home, and they made it a series now. It can't be just the Lakers are going to fly through without Ja Morant, because they showed that game that they can do this without Ja. I still feel like they won't, but now I won't be surprised if they win, because how did the Lakers lose this last game? It's wild. It's still wild to me. But this is another a little timid, but like it's still an enjoyable series. If Ja was playing, it'd be way better. Maybe he comes back, but I'm still enjoying this series. The next four series I'm gonna kind of fly through because they're the half the series are interesting, very interesting. Half of them are a little bit a little bit So let's go. Boston, Atlanta. Atlanta have no chance. Boston going to sweep them. I'll say that with my chest. I put $50 on that. Boston going to get through comfortably. They want to have a rest before their next series. They going to do it last year. Swept the Nets had an amazing series. They want that formula again. Give them some break cuz they know second round is going to be tougher. So Boston going to get through quickly. Trae Young, man, you're going to have to do something out of this world to have a chance to get a game. So I doubt that's gonna happen. Nets, Philly. Very sad that the Nets couldn't get last game because really they had the shots. They had the open shots that they just couldn't hit consecutively, and it just was hard to see. It's gonna be hard for them to get to the paint because they got the crazy center that's blocking shots left, right, and center this season. So I understand they gotta take their shots, but when they don't hit them, it just hard to see. And this is looking like another sweep. That Philly, even without James Harden going crazy, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, they're enough to stifle this team, and Philly gonna go through comfortably as well. Denver, Denver, Denver Nuggets. I was thinking about their name. Nuggets versus Timberwolves. Jokic, man. These two centers ain't got nothing on him. Cat can't compete for some reason, even though he has a smaller defender on him. Jokic is not guarding him. And I don't know. I don't know why Denver is making this look so easy. I know they're number one seed, but I really thought the Timberwolves were gonna make this a challenging season or challenging series. They still got their home games coming up, and they could flip it on the head. But I don't know. It just looks like Denver are gonna comfortably go through. It looks like at least in 6 games or in 5 games, Denver's not gonna lose four. So it's just bye bye Timberwolves. And lastly, we got the Bucks versus the Heat. This is honestly the most boring series that there is. Um, the Heat just play at such a slow pace. All the games are low scoring, and it's just even though the first one wasn't, but Giannis wasn't there. It's just I don't know, not my cup of tea this series. But it's 1-1. Giannis is back, and I feel like the Heat aren't gonna get another game. Jimmy Butler has been amazing. Has been amazing. Bam has more to prove, and Tyler Hero's out. So really, their second offensive threat is gone. The Heat it don't look like they really have a chance in this series too. The first game without Giannis, they really showed them. They really showed that they're here to play. But then the second game, Giannis is back. Hero's still not playing after he got injured, and it just looks like a foregone conclusion that it's gonna be the Bucks in the next round. But still, I still up in the air. Who knows? But yeah, I got the Bucks going through, and yeah, that's every team. Every team. The first two playoff games. I love the NBA playoffs, man. I can't understate this. This time is my favorite time of the year, and I'm just so happy that I can live in the moment, watch majority of these games, and just be at awe in what I love, and it's the sport of basketball. So I gonna be here. Maybe after the game 3 or after game 4s, we'll see. We'll see who gets a sweep. But yeah, that's been DJ Baller. Remember, like, subscribe, join up the community, help a brother out, and yeah, I see y'all next time. Don't know.